A spot in the state tournament is on the line tonight on CCX. The Section 6-4A Boys Basketball Championship featuring the number 3 seed, the Minneapolis South Tigers, and the number 1 seed, the Wayzata Trojans. From Wayzata High School in Plymouth, John Jacobson and Ryan Iverson along with Allie Mosley tonight. And Ryan's always fun when we get to these games, the winner going on to the state tournament.
Well, John, I'm 42, and I can still recall the smell, the atmosphere of these section championship games from when I played in the late 90s. So both of these teams, you want to be playing your best coming into this time of year. How about Minneapolis South, 7-game winning streak, Wayzata, a big winning streak. So it's going to be a great matchup tonight. I'm super excited.
Of course, Wayzata, the defending state champions, and a lot of tournament experience for them. South, a very young team, basically ninth graders and freshmen, but they're 18-6 this year. They've got a good club. They're a legitimate club in this section final.
Yeah, and it's kind of like when you watch the NFL and you got a young team that almost doesn't know to be nervous, right? They got young athletic talent, and they don't care. They already dispatched of Hopkins, a perennial power, and I think they're coming in here believing they got every bit of a right to win this game, and they believe in it, and they should. They played some great teams all year long. Of their losses, a lot of them are close to high-ranked teams, so I think they have every right to be here, and I think they can win this tonight.
Let's look at how these teams got here last Friday night. Minneapolis South did it on the road at Hopkins, as Ryan mentioned. Hopkins, the number 2 seed, and South with a double-digit win over the Royals.
Well, one thing you're going to see when you watch, tonight and when you watch tape on Minneapolis South, they can shoot the ball really well from the outside, and Hopkins is not an easy gym with the depth perception and the crowd right on you to shoot well. They did, and not only that, but you're going to see they defend and they're athletic. You saw that alley-oop pass. They got size, they got quickness, they got shooting, they got defense, so they have all the key ingredients it takes to make a state tournament run.
And you were here at Wayzata with Jay Wilcox, our CCX game against Armstrong. What defense they played against the Falcons?
Well, I told Coach Schnettler after the game, I thought that was as well as I've seen Wayzata play in years. Defensively, they held a very good Armstrong team to in the points in the 20s. Just nothing easy. They make shots. They share the ball. They're fundamentally sound. They can all shoot. They got depth. They got everything you need to make a deep run, and that's why they're defending state champions.
Here's a look at the bracket. Wayzata, the 1 seed, dispatching of Minneapolis Washburn in the first round, then the win against Armstrong. South with a first-round win over Southwest, and then the win against Hopkins. First section final for Minneapolis South since 2003, but in talking to Joe Heiser and the young players he's got, he's like, our kids aren't necessarily afraid of this moment. Not that they've been there for high school, but AAU tournaments, coast to coast, they're used to playing on a big stage.
Yeah, and these kids that are starting tonight, they play on the highest level AAU teams. So they're used to playing with big-time college coaches watching. They're used to playing against great talent. So nothing new to them. Tonight's just going to come, with execution, right? How well can Minneapolis South shoot the basketball, take care of the basketball, and then can they defend Wayzata? When you defend Wayzata, you can't for a second. It's almost like Golden State. You can't turn your head. They cut, they make extra passes, they backdoor, they play so well together. So defensively, can they get stops? And then this is a tough place. There's going to be a big crowd here tonight. How well can they shoot the ball? That's going to be the key.
Let's look at our key players. And for Minneapolis South, it's their top 3-point shooter, Jerome Williams, and top scorer, too.
Yeah, 41% from 3, and that's on a pretty high volume, too, John. That's not on 1 or 2 shots a game. So very, very good shooter. And he's more than that, too. He's kind of their engine, plays great defense. His intensity is great. He's quick. He can get to the basket. But tonight, his shooting is going to be critical. And they got to get off to a good start, too.
And for Wayzata, one of their veterans, a guy who was a state champion last year, heading to St. Thomas next year, Carter Bierke.
Yeah, and I know he's known for his range and his shooting, but he's really developed the ability to go down low with great post work, great footwork, nice touch. He's going to be going up against some size and a shot blocker tonight. So watching that matchup, I think is going to be really critical in who wins this game. But Carter Bierke he's done nothing but get better and better, playing with a ton of confidence too.
Should be a fun one here tonight. It's Minneapolis South and Wayzata for the Section 6 4A Championship, and it's next on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Big crowd tonight at Wayzata High School as they filter in for the Section 6 championship game between the South Tigers and the Wayzata Trojans.
Willis Jr. For Wayzata, the point guard, a 5'11 junior. Where number 1 is Hayden Tibbetts.
Let's look at our starting lineups for tonight's game.
For the Tigers, jumping center, the 6'8
Starting with the South Tigers, Jerome Williams, Damari Larkins, Poet Davis are the guards, Chang Ring, and Temi Amato Yinbo is the forward. He and Ring are the forwards. And for Wayzata, Hayden Tibbetts, Ryan Harvey, Drew Berkland, and Spencer Hall at the guards. Carter Bierke, the starting forward for Wayzata. 3 seniors, 2 juniors for Wayzata, for South, 3 sophomores, and 2 freshmen, the youth that we spoke about.
Also a guard for the Tigers, a sophomore at 5'9". Number 11 is Damari Larkins. For the Trojans, that's small forward, the 6'3 junior. Number 23 is Spencer Hall. And for South, the shooting guard, a 6-foot sophomore. Number 13 is Poet Davis. And jumping center for Wayzata, the senior, at 6'9". Number 32 is Carter Bierke.
South coming in with an 18-6 record. Wayzata 24-4 on the season.
Yeah, Wayzata 11-4 on a 13-game winning streak. Minneapolis South was 11-6 on a 7-game winning streak. So, like we talked about in the pregame, John, both teams really ascending and playing their best basketball as they head into the most important game of the year.
Keswick Joyner and Tanner Pearson. They are out of the Big East.
South in white, Wayzata in blue.
It's time, Section 6, 4A finals. The Tigers of Minneapolis South and the Trojans.
And we are underway. Tap won by Wayzata. Tibbetts and the Trojans on the opening possession.
Yeah, I think the opening couple minutes so big really for both teams. Wayzata, with their experience playing at home, if they can get off to that great quick start, I think that gives them immediate confidence. And same thing for South on the road. If they can get off to a good start, they're going to believe.
Drew Berkland the drive to the basket, and there's the first points of the game.
Yeah, you can see he's quick. He can score when he needs to. The problem is Wayzata has so many shooters that there's no help. Once they break their guy down, there's just no one there to help.
First three-pointer of the game missed. Berkland rebounds. Wayzata's got its second possession. Tibbetts to the corner, to Hall, back out, Bierke. He'll put it on the floor, down low. And almost lost, but Harvey able to gather it in.
And almost got lucky where that hit. That would have been out of bounds.
Bierke posting up, nice turn off the glass. Can't stop that one even against the big shot blocker, Chang Ring, who averages 6 blocks a game.
Well, and Ring actually wasn't on him. He was coming over to help, and I think Bierke saw that. Nice little finesse fadeaway shot, able to get the touch.
Drive the basket. Bierke got a piece of that. Back comes Wayzata. Berkland shovels it off inside and then back out. Bierke will put up a 3 off the mark and rebounded by South. It's taken down by Jerome Williams.
I think the roof would have caved in if that one would have gone down to start this game.
Ring from the corner missing, and Bierke rebounds. A good start for Wayzata in the opening 2 minutes. Berkland for 3.
Well, it's just so tough to defend, right? And I think Hayden Tibbetts doesn't get there's a timeout for Minneapolis South, but Hayden Tibbetts so quick, uses the high ball screen, and you got to help. Otherwise, he's got a layup, and you give up a good shot for a great shot. And Drew Berkland has made a name for himself hitting threes in big games, in big playoff games as well. Exactly the start you want when you're the experienced #1 seed at home.
Let's go over to Allie Mosley.
Hey guys, you covered it. These are two very different squads of juniors and seniors versus freshmen and sophomores. But regardless of the age on the floor, both coaches are very excited about the matchups we'll see here tonight. I know the one we're really looking forward to is seeing 6'9" Carter Bierke versus 6'8" Chang Ring. I asked Coach Schnettler what he thinks about the matchup, and he said, look, it's senior versus sophomore. Carter has to be smart and take advantage of what Ring is giving him. And on the other side, Coach Heiser told me last year, Ring was young. Bierke really took advantage of that, but these are two very different post players. He's excited to see what a year of maturing has done for Ring and the Battle of the Bigs tonight, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Larkin's in the front court for Wayzata. Really tough defense as Hall came over along with Tibbetts, but able to release the pass to Williams. South looking for his first points. Larkin's back to Williams.
Well, I'll tell you, last week Armstrong, John, had 26 points as a team. And I think that gets lost by how good. There's a foul. Contest by Tibbetts. They're going to get a foul called.
Fouls Larkins in the active shooting. First foul of the game.
But they're underrated in how well they can defend one-on-one. And you can see they just don't make mistakes. They don't give up anything easily.
Larkin's averaging 6.1 points per game, trying to get the first points of the night. Excuse me, yes, 6.1 rebounds, 15.5 points per game.
Well, that's the thing with Minneapolis South. They got 4 players averaging in double figures, so they got great balance. And Damari Larkins is one of them, 15.5 points a game. He's a very good shooter, very good shot creator.
So he gets the Tigers their first point.
I think that's big. You see the ball go in, now you can kind of take that collective breath and just play basketball.
Down low, Bierke again gets the matchup that he likes there against Tibbetts, and able, or excuse me, against Hoots, and able to score. And we get a foul. And more free throws for Minneapolis South.
Number 15, Drew Bierke.
Yeah, I think
Jaheim Hoots will go to the line.
Yeah, and Hoots gets sealed there too low. I think one of the underrated parts about Carter Bierke is how physical he can play, right? I think when you're a good jump shooter, people have a tendency to label you as finesse and more of an outside player. He is devastating down by the basket, and he uses that big, wide frame to create space. And there's nothing you can do. If he can catch it that far away, it's over.
Hoots' second one is good. He's the old man on the team. He's a junior, Ryan, of the guys who play.
I just love that. And I'll tell you what, all this, win or lose, Minneapolis South with playing that young a team, they're going to come back next year with a vengeance and experience. And so they're going to be a team that you're going to have to deal with for a while.
Harvey puts it on the floor, then releases the pass. Bierke, the 3-ball up and in.
Yeah, and it was contested. Poet Davis was right there. The problem is Bierke at 6'8", 6'9", and he has a high release. There's really nothing you can do with that. And you can see right now Wayzata playing very comfortably on offense.
Williams to the corner. 3-ball there is up and in. That's Poet Davis' first field goal of the night for South.
And he can really get it going. He's that 4th player in double figures at 12 points. Shot the ball really well versus Hopkins last week. He's a guy, if they can get going, that's going to be huge.
Oh, great pass. Harvey to Spencer Hall for the lay-in.
You got the quarterback delivering another touchdown. Kind of a design play against that zone, a little back screen, and an easy catch and finish. I would have preferred a dunk, though. I don't know about you, John.
Can't have everything.
And we get a foul here on the drive, whistled against Hall. Look at it again.
Yep, and this is a
Last
look
couple
at,
baskets.
This is at the Bjerke 3. Again, good patience, playing at a comfortable pace. And then a design play here. You're going to see a little back screen by Birkeland and set it up beautifully. And a nice finish by Hall.
But with Davis, open 3 left wing, missed and rebounded by Birkeland. On the missed try by Larkins.
Yeah, good offense, right?
Yes.
Good drive and kick, got a good look. Those are just ones, when you're playing at Wayzata, you almost have to knock those down.
Birkeland for 3. We saw him in the state tournament last year. He was unreal in the state tourney and getting it going in the postseason again here in 2022.
Well, I know I've said it before on other telecasts. He's just a winner and a gamer. And in big games, he's already got 8 points, 2 threes. And it's almost like he didn't even look. He knew it was going in before he released it. So he's a guy you want on your team when you're playing in a big game.
Turnover by South. First substitutions, Miles Barnett, number 13, is 6'1" junior. Into the lineup. And along with him, Eric Rottinghouse, 6'3" senior, number 21. Bjerke and Tibbetts get a rest. Birkeland, that little shovel pass off, and then a whistle and a foul called here against Toots. First Southfall foul of the night. And inbound for Wayzata on the near sideline here.
Well, it's good to see Ryan Harvey in the game. He sprained his ankle that last game against Armstrong, and it didn't look great, but looks like he's feeling good and moving good. So good sign for Wayzata.
Birkeland, another 3. He's got 11 points already. He's on his way to a cap first half. Did you see Carl Anthony Towns, 60 points last night, 32 in the third quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what might have set it up for Birkeland. There's another timeout here for Minneapolis South, but that first play of the game, he drove hard to the basket and got that layup. And I think they're respecting his drive a little bit, and if you give him a space, he's got that quick release, and he's in one of those John Jacobson zones right now, 3 for 3. I mean, look, and that's 5-6 feet behind the three-point line. And they say hands down, man down. You got your hands down on a shooter, gets a clean look, buries his third one of the day.
20-5, Wayzata. South uses its second timeout, and we're barely 5 minutes into the game, or 6 minutes in, not even 6 minutes into the game.
Yeah, and it's kind of exactly what you hope doesn't happen if you're Minneapolis South, right? With a young team and playing the defending state champs at their place, you got to get that momentum on your side early. I like the timeout here by Coach Heiser, just kind of regrouping. Hey, guys, do what got us here. Do what won us 7 games in a row. We don't have to deviate from that, but let's play hard. Let's play with confidence. See if we can't get this, back to under 10 points and make it a game.
There's Joe Heiser, 26th year as head coach, been with the South program over 30 years. As I mentioned in the pregame, the last section final, 2003, so we lost to Minneapolis North in the 5-4A final. It was a North team that went on to upset Hopkins, the team that had Chris Humphreys on it. Yep. In the state final. And a terrific Minneapolis North squad. But South since then has not been this far. Hoping to turn things around here. Still a lot of time to be played. They need some things to go right on both ends of the floor. Ring drives baseline, can't get the shot to go, and Barnett has the loose ball. He'll push it up for Wayzata.
I'll tell you what, South is shooting too. There's no offensive rebound. It's one and done.
Spencer Hall, 3. Rims out and rebounded by Larkins, and I get a foul tie-up.
Yep.
Jump ball, and the possession there with South. You look at Brian Schnettler, 8th year as head coach. What a terrific job he has done. Got them to state back in 2017, of course, winning state last year.
And done a great job with their youth program, too. And special shout out to their 8th grade team that won the state championship this year. Had a young man score 40 points in the state championship game in 8th grade. And they do it at all levels.
There's more good players coming, you mean?
Unfortunately for the rest of the state, they're fully loaded and stocked.
Williams kicks it off to the corner with the pass. Good defense by Jake Schmidt there. Davis had nowhere to go with it. Here's Larkins. 3 ball by Williams off the mark. We're going to get a foul thing, foul called on South.
And that's going to be on Ring. And I'll tell you, Ring averaging 9.8 rebounds, 6 blocks. At 6'8", kind of does it all too for this South team. And you watch Wayzata defend, John, and there's just no breakdowns, right? There's just nothing easy. And that starts with being able to keep your guy in front of you, and they do a great job of helping and recovering and trying to close down open shots.
Rottinghouse back out top to Barnett. Bjerke from the wing, and he'll kick it back out. Tibbetts with it. Tibbetts pull up from 17 is in. We got so many guys that can shoot and score, right?
And they don't hurry. They just play at a great pace. They're looking, and they don't get it. Ball screen. Tibbetts, instead of forcing a 3 or forcing all the way to the rim, takes what the defense gives him, knocks down the mid-range jumper. Simple offense.
Larkins giving off to Ring. And now into the hands of Williams. Has not scored yet tonight. So it was just 1 field goal and 2 free throws in the first 6.5 minutes, 7.5 minutes of play.
Nice move.
Nice step back by Williams there, but missed the shot. And Bjerke ends up with the basketball.
That was a great individual move, created space. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Bjerke, deep 3. Short this time, but rebounded by Barnett. He'll take it at the basket. Missed on the glass, and back comes South. They'll push tempo if they can. 3 ball is short on the shot by Davis. Another defensive rebound by Wayzata. They're not giving South second opportunities on the misses either.
And that's a big part of what South does. They're very athletic, and they crash the glass. Wayzata, great job. 1 shot, great box outs, and limited team to only 1 possession.
Schmidt to the corner to Barnett. And get a reach-in foul is going to be whistled on Davis. It's his first. Team fouls even at 3 apiece.
And reversal number 13, Cole Davis is first.
Ryan Harvey back in. Eric Rottinghouse out for Wayzata.
Check the previously number 10, Jake Schmidt for the Trojans.
Inbound, Bjerke spins. Oh, and there's Ring with the 6 blocks per game, getting 1 here.
Yeah, he did a great job of kind of coming from the side, so he avoided any body contact. I think they're just going to get Williams for shuffling his feet there. And you can see those long arms that Ring has, too. Great block.
Really sophomore, averaging double figures points, rebounds, and 6 blocks. All right, now South needs some answers on offense and more stops on defense. Bjerke on off to Tibbetts.
Yep, great pass. He had him sealed.
Barnett. And how did he get that one in? Got it between Ring and Hoots and is able to float it in. Great basket by Bjerke. South can't score in the other end. They kick it back out high. Williams, 3 is good.
Oh, great job by Larkin staying with it. He shot it, went after a great offensive rebound. Didn't try to force the follow-up either. Able to kick it out at Williams. That's big for him. He's such a good shooter. He can get that ball going in. That's big for South.
It's his first basket. Bjerke from 15, not good. And that comes South with the rebound. Here's Larkins pushing it to the basket, trying to go past Bjerke, but missing the shot was Davis. On the right idea, just couldn't finish. Tibbetts on the run. Tough shot over and around Hoots and able to score.
Well, he's got such good speed in the open court, John. Not only that, but great body control to kind of get around the defender and able to finish.
Scoop shot short by Larkins. There goes Bjerke, fouls Ring, who was going up for the dunk.
Yeah. No, I like how Ring, he got that. He did not hesitate, attacked the basket. Forced Wayzata to challenge him. Watch this full court, watch the speed that Tibbetts gets. Right there, he decides to go and then has to slice and dice and able to finish. Not easy when you're going full speed.
Following Bjerke is his first. And Chang Ring has his first point tonight.
Well, you feel like South is getting a little bit more comfortable offensively here. And a lot of it really has to do with Larkins attacking the basket and then staying with it, getting his own offensive rebounds twice in a row. It's led to a three-pointer and here 2 free throws for Ring.
And he got them both. South now 4 out of 6 from the free throw line, plus a couple of threes account for their 10 points. Birkeland lost it, but able to gather the loose ball into the hands of Bjerke. Finds the cutter Hall, where it's slapped away and out of bounds.
Good hands by Larkins. I thought that time Hall was going to have a pretty easy, uncontested layup, and just great quick hands that knocked that away.
Bjerke to Tibbetts. Birkeland from the wing.
Oh, great pass.
Nice pass down low, and there's the basket for Hall, and the terrific assist for Drew Birkeland.
And that's something Wayzata, John, does so well. They get into the middle of the defense like that, and they're patient, and you'll see that baseline cut, that backdoor cut. So many guys, they're coached to do it, and they do such a great job of it. Oh, wow, great hustle.
Hall had it, and pass ahead to Bjerke was short and picked up by South. And it's tip away by Tibbetts. Keeps it from getting to Poet Davis. Out of bounds, South basketball.
Active for the Tigers, number 10, Timmy.
7 minutes to play here in the first half. Matayenbo is back in for South.
Nice pass.
It's the pass here and missed it.
Good luck.
From Larkin, the pass ahead. Tibbetts scores.
Great look by Drew Birkeland and a great finish too by Tibbetts. You see how he uses his body to shield the defender and finished with his offhand.
Three-pointer here off the mark for Davis. Tibbetts off on the wing, a hand off to Hall. Long three for Harvey is up and in.
Well, he doesn't shoot him often, does he? But you can see he's got good form. And I'll tell you, no one on Wayzata holds the ball longer than about a second. You notice that, John? They look to pass, they look to drive it, shoot. If it's not there, they get rid of it and they move, cut, and it usually leads to an open look.
Hall with the steal. Harvey, same spot. In and out, rebounded though by Rottinghouse. Back out. Hall for three. My goodness, Wayzata on fire. South has got to use their third timeout of the first half. It is 36-10 Wayzata.
Every one of them can shoot from deep. And what a start for the Trojans.
They are just, and they're doing it so well. Not just shooting, but I mean sharing the ball and finding that open guy, either on the open on a three or cutting to the basket.
They don't force it, right?
No.
I mean, you don't see anyone forcing a bad shot. And I said that to Coach Stetler at halftime, John, last week. I said, you guys just do such a great job of giving up a good shot for a great shot. And that's such a cliche, right? But when you watch basketball, really at any level, how many bad shots do you see taken throughout a game? And it might be 10, 12, maybe more. These guys never do it. They always give up a good shot for a teammate that's got a great shot. And I'll tell you, when you do that, it's really, really hard to defend because you really don't know where the ball's going to go.
Let's look at the state appearances for both of these schools. Wayzata won that championship back in '59, then wins it again here in 2021. South had 3 appearances back in the 20s, including the championship in 27, and their last appearance we talked about back in '92.
Well, I remember you doing the broadcast on that 1925 state championship team.
And that on the radio, right?
You were just a youngin'. You were a grade schooler back then doing that game.
Well, I wonder, what's the message for Joe Heiser? I mean, you're down 26 already here in the first half. Go inside, and they got a good look there, but the shot wouldn't fall for Aden Idemo.
Yeah, I think your message is simple. It's let's compete. Win or lose, let's compete.
Brooklyn missing on that three. Good hustle by Rottinghouse trying to get to the ball, but knocked it out of bounds.
And I think, Coach Heiser would deep down would be thinking, he knows they're young. He knows that they would have had to come in here tonight and play an almost perfect game to win on the road in this environment. But I think his message is we're not quitting, all right? We're building for next year and the year after, and it's this great experience, but let's go compete. Let's leave it all out there. If we lose, we lose, but let's play proud of how we're competing.
Ring back out. Yeah. Williams three is good.
Yeah. That was a good possession, almost a disaster, but good ball movement. You can see Williams. That's why we highlighted him. He's a tremendous shooter. He got a good look. He knocked his second three down.
Good pass from Ring on that one. Tibbetts up. Little runner won't go. Tip in. Try will go for Harvey, and South's got the rebound. Back ahead, Larkins ran into traffic, almost got tied up. Williams with it. He'll back it out now against Tibbetts. Skips the pass to the corner. Baseline drive and a block there by Harvey as he blocks it by Davis. Pass ahead too far for Tibbetts and out of bounds.
Yeah, he had the right idea. Little no-look pass. Just overthrew him slightly.
Barnett and Bjerke back in for Wayzata.
Well, in that last possession for South, it was a great example of how good Wayzata is defensively. The baseline drive, see how quickly it got shut down and how quickly they got hands up in the passing lanes, able to get a steal out of it.
36-13 Wayzata. Great pass down low. And Ring with the finish.
Yeah, they were running an elevator screen for Williams coming up. You could tell Wayzata had scouted it. They were overplaying it, and a beautiful pass. And a great reaction, great finish.
Larkins with the assist, and at the other end, Bjerke able to release and finish in the assist to Rottinghouse.
Yeah, and that's where if you're going to front, you have to have that help defense over the top. No one was there. Easiest catch and finish that Bjerke's going to have.
Williams, hand it off. Larkins went down, loose ball, scooped up by Wayzata. Bjerke ahead to Barnett, trying to get it back to Bjerke and broken up and out of bounds off Amadayinbo.
I'll tell you what, too, Wayzata's, they're winning every battle for loose balls, too. They're on the floor. This is a great pass, great read by Larkins there, and a nice job by Ring seeing it and being able to finish.
Bjerke and traveled. Not a fan of the call. It'll stand.
I know in all my years of playing, when I argued, I never had a ref overturn it.
Oh, you're right, Ryan.
And say,
right.
You know what? Thank you for pointing it out. Your ball. Oh, good job.
Knocked away. Barnett gets the steal. And then he has it poked away, but still able to hang on to it. Good defense by Amadayinbo, and Wayzata still able to keep possession. Kind of a wild scramble here. Drive on the baseline, bodies on the floor, and we get a blocking foul whistled against Davis. His second, fourth team foul on the Tigers.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, Wayzata switching everything defensively, and I think Minneapolis South is struggling with that, and Barnett that time got screened, switched, and played the passing lane, able to get the steal.
Schmidt from the wing, off on the three, and Williams rebounds. Williams has it knocked away out of bounds off Wayzata.
And you can see when they can get going in transition, John, especially when Williams has it, they are very explosive.
Inbound here for the Tigers. In the corner, Ring. Out of Williams. 2:10 to go in the first half. And all Wayzata at the first 7 of the game and have not looked back. Larkins will put it up. Short, rebounded by Bjerke.
And again, nothing easy, right? Created off the dribble, had a little space, but contested shot.
Bjerke wide open for a three.
I can tell when he gets his legs into it and gets a little more arc on it, he does not miss. Just a high ball screen and fade and a nice wide open three.
Three ball missed by Ring.
Nice.
Follow up and in. Amadi Inbo scoring his first basket.
Yeah, being in the right place at the right time. Nice offensive rebound.
Tibbetts to Schmidt. 1:20 to go. Bjerke on the low block. Over Ring. Not good. Ring with the rebound.
Yeah, and Ring didn't get the block there, but he altered that shot. You could tell Bjerke put a little bit higher than he normally would.
Williams floater on the baseline. Bjerke has it knocked away. It's off Bjerke.
Yeah, there's a little pick and a pop, and you see instead of rolling, he fades. And he likes it.
Dozen points for him in the first half. Nope, 14, excuse me, in the night. And get a foul on Schmidt. Great inbound. Hoot scores, and he'll get the N1 try.
Yeah, nice underneath out of bounds, and actually Hoots was open for about a second before that. I thought maybe it had closed down, but good find and a nice finish, and one.
Free throw off and rebounded by Schmidt. Minutes to play in the half. Bjerke with the handoff. Long three by Tibbetts. Not good. And Berkland coming from behind, trying to strip it from Hoots. Instead, it's whistled for a foul. Berkland's second. Not quite in the bonus yet for South. 16 fouls. Berkland will come out. They're not going to chance him picking up a third foul. Rottinghouse and Hall back in for the Trojans.
You know, and that's something too that, you know, assuming if Wayzata is able to advance and make a run, is I think Coach Schnetler has a ton of confidence in his bench. I think they got the depth where, you know, you take out maybe your best guard, your leader, one of your best players. You don't worry about it because you got 2 or 3 guys off the bench that can come in and.
We get a foul before the ball went up. Harvey's going to get whistled for a foul. And it'll be a 1-and-1 for South.
17 foul.
Yeah.
The referees didn't realize it was 1-and-1 yet. Now we get the correction rather than the inbound. I like South, even if they didn't necessarily have an advantage there, you create the contact, right? Force the referees to make a call.
We talk about it all the time. The new advent of floaters and the kind of the finesse finishes, guys that go up like that and create the contact, more often than not, you're going to get rewarded with fouls. So love the aggressiveness of Larkins.
Earns the second free throw.
You know, and that's something too. I think if in the second half, John, if South can penetrate, get to the basket, force Wayzata to either foul them, and maybe getting a bonus a little bit earlier in that second half. That could be an advantage for the Tigers.
20-point lead for Wayzata with 30 seconds to play in the first half. Bjerke back out high. It's Hall with it. 15 seconds to go. And back out to Tibbetts. 10 seconds to play. Tibbetts will attack. Shove it off for Rottinghouse. Got deflected. Back comes Bjerke with a huge block and out of bounds. He blocks the shot by Larkins.
I'll tell you what, how about the speed of Damari Larkins? How fast he shot out of a rocket down there. But watch Carter Bjerke kind of time this. Great defense too, by the way. Look at the speed, and then there's a huge block, and gave him a friendly hello while he was after the block.
Stood over him just long enough to get the message and not enough to get a technical. Traveling called here. He'll get a turnover. And that is going to be halftime.
Yep.
Triple zeros unless they put more time on the clock. We'll see.
I think he's going to put a half a second back on. Yep. 0.8 seconds remaining.
Okay. And Wayzata won't even try to get it down court, and they'll go to halftime with a
glad we got that in there.
Yeah, we're glad we got that .8 in. 41-21, Ryan in favor of Wayzata.
Well, and you remember at one point it was like 24-5.
Yeah.
And so I think you give the Tigers some credit. They came and they started to play their kind of basketball the last, 7 minutes of that half, able to get some things going offensively. But they're going to have their work cut out for them in here in the second half.
Let's go to Allie now with Brian Schnettler.
Coach, your defense was stifling last week against Armstrong. You carry that into tonight. What were you seeing that you really liked defensively here?
Our guys are really focused. They are executing the game plan very well. We've given up a few old boards, which we got to make sure we do a good job of in the second half, and got to really take away the paint and keep transition away from them.
Offensively, you guys have been hot as well. What did you see in the first that you want to carry into the second?
Got to keep looking to get that ball reversed. We over-dribbled a little bit at times. Would love to see that ball getting swung and then attacking. If we do that, we're going to get really good looks.
Anything else you want to change, or did you see a pretty good first half from your team?
We saw a pretty good first half. We just got to keep getting better and keep working.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, thanks very much, Allie. We'll hear from Joe Heiser before the start of the second half. Top seed Wayzata leading number 3 seed Minneapolis South 41-21 at halftime. More basketball on CCX right after this.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Wayzata students are happy. Their classmates up on top of Minneapolis South 41-21. Halftime of the Section 6 4A championship for 2022. As you look at some of the numbers for the first half and the leading scorers so far in this one. Carter Bierke with 14 points, Drew Berkland with 11, both in double figures, and Spencer Hall with 7. It's a very balanced scoring attack, all 41 of their points coming from their starting 5. Jerome Williams, a couple of threes, 4-6. Chang Ring's got 4, and then 3 Tigers players with 3 points each.
Yeah, you got to remember, too, those Drew Berkland baskets were all early, right off the start, kind of set the tone of this game. Hit a couple threes, had a layup. And so, yeah, I think if you're Minneapolis South, John, you're down 20. Let's get after it these first couple minutes, see if you can't get it down to single digits here. Look at the field goal percentage. That's unreal.
And South, 3 of 11 on threes, and Wayzata hitting 50% right now. 7 out of 14.
And you look, too, if you're Minneapolis South, you love the free throw attempts, 9-0 for Wayzata. The problem is Wayzata's just getting open looks, and they're knocking them down from the perimeter. Haven't needed to get to the basket.
So it's 41-21. Wayzata leads at halftime. We'll take one more timeout. We'll be back the second half next.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Back to Wayzata High School, and back we go to Allie Mosley standing by with Joe Heiser.
13 minutes to get past 10 points in that first half. How do you come out better offensively in the second?
We just told our kids they have to settle down and play the way that they played all year. You know, we're going to try and come out and really push the pressure on defense right now, pick them up full court and get after them and hopefully turn our defense into offense.
You did talk about that before the game, how important it is that it's impossible to stop Wayzata, but to make them uncomfortable.
Right.
Defensively, what do you want to do to put that pressure on?
We certainly didn't do that very well this half, and they have good ball handlers, and you know what? They shot 50% from three-point range. I mean, that's awesome, you know, so we just hope that if we can squeeze our guards a little bit and just get them so that they can't get in their flow, right? And take away the first two things that they want to do. If we can do that, then maybe we can, get this to where the pressure might shift over on them.
And offensively, did you want to shake up any shot selection at all?
Our kids started pressing. I was proud of them. I mean, I didn't think our shot selection was that bad. I know they started pressing, but I like how we're sticking together.
Appreciate your time, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. And you always rely on your defense, right, to generate your offense when you're down like this, and you've got to pick things up when you give up 41 points in the half.
I really liked what he said. I thought everything he said was great, and he made a great point of let's try to take away the first two things that Wayzata's looking to do in their action. And because Wayzata hasn't had to do that, they've gotten what they wanted pretty early in their sets. And maybe you make Wayzata work and speed up, play faster, thus forcing tougher shots. Because you're right, if they're comfortable, Wayzata's just too good at shooting the basketball, you're not going to be able to get back in there. So see if South can come out, ratchet it up a notch defensively, steal a few possessions, and make it a tight game.
These teams played about a year ago in the Section 6 semifinals right here at Wayzata, and that was a blowout win. Wayzata winning 94-50 on the way to winning the state championship in 4A. That's when South was really young, 8th and 9th graders.
Yeah.
So let's see how the Tigers can start here in the opening 5 minutes. I think is always a key to a half, especially when a game's a little bit one-sided at halftime.
In 20, obviously it's a decent-sized lead, but you're 4 or 5 possessions away from making it a close game.
Whistle, and we get an early foul on Larkins. Push into Tibbetts. Harvey will inbound.
Well, and I think what you're seeing is exactly what Coach Heiser talked about. We got to get into them, make them feel us, and you can see pressure right now, being physical.
Tibbetts into the front court, hands off for Birkeland. Harvey. Birkeland will let go with 3, misses on this one, and 2 Wayzata guys go after it. Hall and Tibbetts, and neither one gets it. It's out of bounds to South.
Yeah, and they both had a chance where they could have gathered that, would have had a look, but great effort, but fighting over, and that's where just a little communication comes in.
Amari Larkins will bring it up into the front court. To the corner, nice job by Williams. Let Birkeland fly by and then knocks down the 3.
Great offense, driving kick, great shot fake. And I'll tell you what, if South is going to get into this, you can see that young man right there is going to have to get hot. Great start.
And they'll really push up on Birkeland and releases the pass to Hall. Hall to the basket and one.
Well, that's the thing. They have 5 guys on the court always that can handle the ball and get to the rim. You can see South definitely making a concerted effort to be more physical.
Not a lot of contact there, I didn't think, on Amadi Yidlo, but that whistle for the foul.
And a nice finish, too, a nice reverse layup.
First free throw attempt of the night for Wayzata. Hall gets it. 10 points now for the junior. Back to a 20-point game. Williams, the dish off. Amadi Yidlo is fouled, and he'll go to the line. That's going to be on Birkeland. That's his third.
Well, and I just like the flow right now of South's offense. 2 possessions, attacking the basket downhill, driving kick for 3 there, a nice drive and kick for a layup, and it draws a foul. And that's big because Birkeland's going to be sitting down now with that 3rd foul. And anytime he's not on the floor, it's not a good thing for Wayzata.
Jake Schmidt back in for Wayzata. Off 2 sides of the iron, not good on the second for Amadi Yidlo. Wide open is Harvey. Missed it and rebounded though by Hall. Bierke, good ball movement, gets it to Tibbetts. He'll let one go from 3, not good, and Larkins rebounds. Quickly ahead, Ring, skip pass across, Williams. Spin out of trouble and back out, and South will reset. for a second, and then Larkins attacks. Gets it off him. Oh, it's up and in. A basket for the freshman. Now go to the line and try to get a three-point play.
Wow, 6'4", and he built like a senior already as a freshman. Big, strong body. And again, downhill pressure, great pass, and a nice, strong finish, too. And South here off to exactly the kind of start you wanted in the second half, especially offensively.
44-28, minute and a half into the second half. Spencer Hall into the paint, picks up the dribble, driving baseline, and finishing his Tibbetts.
And there it is again, that middle drive. And as a defender, you kind of look at the ball, and your guy cuts, and there's an easy layup.
6 points already for Amada Yinbo here in the first 2 minutes of the second half.
And all off a great penetration and great passes, too.
Schmidt trying to attack and goes to the corner, three ball, and in for Tibbetts. And Wayzata will use the timeout after the three.
Yeah, Jake Schmidt that time, a great job driving. And again, defensively, if you turn your head for a second, Wayzata relocates, gets an open look. Yeah, you can see leaving your shooter in the corner to help, and ends up Wayzata making you pay.
First three for Tibbetts. He's got 11 points. And now 4 Wayzata players in double figures, Ryan.
Yep, and it just shows their balance. And they don't care who gets the point. So, again, give up a good shot for a great shot. And flip side, I think you got to love Minneapolis South. Jerome Williams Jr. getting to the basket, getting downhill, and he's been dropping dimes. And South, this is the kind of start they needed offensively. They're getting much better looks than they did to start the ball game off.
So Larkins will inbounds here for South. Down by 19 now, trailed by 20 at halftime. Larkins spin, tough shot, short, rebounded by Harvey.
And a nice defense by Spencer Hall with that 6'3", that length.
Hall across to Bjerke. Take it on the floor against Ring. A nice job to separate himself a little bit from Ring where he couldn't get to the ball.
How about 6'9", and the mobility, the footwork, the ball handling there. Shot fake, starts on the left side, ends up finishing on the right side. Big time finish.
He'll be a good ball player at St. Thomas, I think.
And that system too, they like to shoot, they like to score. He's gonna fit right in.
Three missed, and a good steal by Williams took it away from Tibbetts and scores.
Yep, very nice. That's, I think, that defense that Coach Heiser was talking about. We got to make them feel uncomfortable a little bit.
Attacking and scoring is Hall.
Yeah, nice little stop and go, great change of speeds. Able to get to the rim, and again, that great length.
Williams slices through a couple defenders. Good pass, but the shot missed by Amada Yinbo.
Oh, with the big fella.
Bjerke, great.
You got to make that after that.
Gets it to Hall for the three.
It's like Shaq used to do in the All-Star games with the ball handling. Beautiful behind the back.
That was great.
Setting up your teammate, and you knew that had to go in after a move like that. Or I could have used my jelly and toast combination.
I still got time to use that.
All right.
To the baseline, Amada Yinbo off the glass and in.
He's having a big half, isn't he? I mean, a lot of it off of great passes, but he's still catching and finishing in traffic.
And you think, as you look at Bjerke get the ball, and boy, he is so good inside with that soft touch.
And they put Ryan Harvey, who's got great height and obviously good vision. You know, they put him kind of at the high post there, and they just wait for Bjerke to go sit right by the rim. He turns around, ducks in. There's nothing you can do about it.
Larkins gets blocked by Harvey, and you mentioned the length right there, and Harvey with the block.
Yeah, he's 6'4", he's long, he kind of just sees over everyone. Watch this move right there. You see the bench likes it, and then you knew that had to go in. Spencer Hall doesn't make that. Cardi Bjerke's giving him a hard time over the next few days, but it went in. Beautiful move.
Larkins inbounding to Ring in the corner. Ring will put it on the floor over Bjerke.
Oh, nice
Tap up, nicely done by Damari Larkins.
Yeah, he's 5'9", so he's not tall down there. Just a quick leaper.
Barnett, 3 from the wing is up and in. That's Rottinghouse. First bench points tonight for Wayzata.
Doesn't matter. It seems like whoever they put in, you get an open look, you're going to knock it down.
Larkins takes it to the basket and gets fouled. Rottinghouse commits the foul.
Well, they shot 50% from 3 in the first half, and I think they're doing it again here in the second half. It's their third 3 here already.
And you look at it and you think, the South is not playing bad this half, but they've lost 5 more points since halftime. Now 25-point game.
Well, you know how, John, we do a lot of high school games, right? And some teams are really good defensively, but they're just okay offensively, or they might be really good offensively, but they give up a ton of points. I think Wayzata is that rare team that I think if we tracked metrics, they'd be a top 5 team in the state on offense and defense. And that's where it becomes hard.
Bjerke and Locomotive down the lane, he got fouled.
Yeah, they're going to give him 2 on it. No.
Fouls on Larkins, his second.
He tried to sell it there like that was going into the act of shooting.
61-37, Wayzata, 12:23 to go. Birkeland, baseline, a shovel off and blocked out of bounds on the shot by Rottinghouse. Hoots able to recover for South.
Yeah, Hoots at 6'6", did a great job of recovering. That looked like it was going to be a nice driving kick for another easy layup. Great recovery.
Barnett put it on the floor, shot up. We get an offensive foul on Miles Barnett. He's a guy that's going to get a lot more minutes next year, but definitely some talent with both Birkeland and Harvey graduating next year.
Yeah, and you can see the athleticism too. Oh yeah, he was outside of that circle. I originally thought that was going to be within the circle, but nice job by Hoots there, stepping in and taking a charge.
Schmidt and Bjerke out. Hall and Harvey in for Wayzata. Davis handed off to Williams.
Yeah, and Poet Davis is a scorer. We haven't seen him get going yet tonight. I think he's going to have to get it going offensively.
Hoots with the offensive rebound and putback. He's got 5 points in the game, 61-39. State tournament for Class 4A starts next Tuesday at Target Center. One of these
nice
teams
look.
will be there. Looks like Wayzata is get the Hall 3 short, and then he's trying to get the ball back. Fouled Hoots from behind.
Well, how about South? 21 points in the first half, already 18 here in the second half. So I think, Coach Heiser talked at halftime what they wanted to do. They've done it here. They've been much more aggressive, downhill, attacking the basket, great passing. So scoring-wise, South definitely doing a better job here.
Larkins handing off to Davis. Harvey out on him. They switch well, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Great team defense. So they get the ring here, trying to get the jam, and they'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, as good as we've talked about it, Wayzata guards one-on-one better than anybody. But this half, South doing a good job of getting downhill, forcing help to come, and I'll tell you, you love how Ring attacks that. He wants to dunk that on you. He goes hard at the basket.
First free throw missed by Chang Ring. Bjerke in, and Hall just picked up his 4th foul, comes out.
Yeah, when you got, 6, 7, 8 guys, all kind of that same height and athleticism, and you can switch everything so that you never end up being in a defensive mismatch. That's a big plus for a team.
Both free throws missed. A long three is knocked down by Davis. His second 3 of the game, first basket here in the second half. Back under 20 for South.
Yeah, he's a great shooter, too.
Yep.
If he can get going, that's going to be huge.
Birkeland, Harvey trying to go around the hoops and somehow does and get it in.
He just plays at such a great pace. He's not going to out-jump you, but he's just going to use his body, use his speed, his change of direction as well as anybody.
Drive and foul. And Larkins will go to line for 2.
I'll tell you, Larkins as a sophomore, Williams as a sophomore, these two doing a great job of breaking down their defenders and getting into the heart of the defense. They're going to be a team to reckon with here for the next couple of years.
Hayden Tibbetson replacing Eric Rottinghouse. Tigers in the bonus the rest of the way, the last 10-plus minutes of the game.
A great commentator once said in the first half that was going to be critical, and you can see it. They're getting to the free throw line, and what it is, it's free shots. It's a way to set your defense, give them a rest too, so it's huge. Getting foul trouble and getting in the bonus is a really big deal.
I think getting rest is a key too. As Barnett puts up a 3. South only has played 6 guys.
Yeah. Yep. And where you got Wayzata 8, 9 deep. So getting the chance to just get a breather and also set your defense up. And we've already seen Drew Birkeland out of the game in crew times with foul trouble.
Davis, tough shot wouldn't go, and Bjerke rebounds. A lot of steps there on the way to the basket. Not called, and Trojans have it. Tibbetts starting a drive and then gave it off instead on the pass. Barnett, Harvey, and Bjerke. Back into Bjerke's hand. Birkeland. The pass to Harvey. Back to Barnett. To Tibbetts in the corner. That was beautiful, but no points out of that possession.
No, but as a coach, you love that kind of a possession. I mean, the ball.
Bjerke fouls Ring on the drive.
Oh, that's going to be 1-on-1, right? So that's why those fouls are huge.
Was the first number 32, Carter Bjerke, his second.
And that's 18 fouls. I mean, they're going to be in double bonus here pretty quick. Schmidt back in for Barnett for Wayzata.
And that's 2 on Bjerke. Maybe if they get another one, he has to come out for a couple minutes. So, you're down 20, but you got some positives here for South to build on.
Yep.
And either way, win or lose, I think Coach Heiser just likes his team's attitude. You get down so early like that to a really good team. A lot of teams just quit, especially when they're young and maybe don't have that experience. They have not hung their head. They've just continued to play hard and do what they do and really accounted themselves well.
Well, you talked about at the beginning, or in the first half, Bjerke missing on the long 3. Harvey trying to fight for the rebound. Loose ball. Jump ball. Referees are going to confer. They're kicked by South. It's going to be Wayzata basketball. They got down 24-5. And 19 points. It's 19 points now. Now, of course, you can't forget about that 24-5 start, but they have recovered well. They did have competed well since, but it's a big ask when you get down that big, that early. Bjerke turns and scores.
Yeah, nice recognition there. Bjerke just steps in. You can see, I mean, that one, Ring contested it. You can see Bjerke had to put a little extra on it, but he's got that thick body. And size, when you got that thickness, can create a little extra space to get it off.
Well, Wayzata basketball in the last half dozen seasons has really become one of the elite programs in the state. You go back to 2017, Ryan, a game we did over at Osseo High School. Wayzata getting to state for the first time since 1959. And then since then, they beat Hopkins again in the section final, 2018. lost 2019. That was the great Zeke Najee team and Kerwin Walton. Both guys have gone on to NBA, and Kerwin Walton playing high D1 basketball. Wayzata losing to Hopkins in 2020 in the section semifinal. And of course, last year they come back and they win the Class 4A championship.
Yeah, I'm a big, huge fan of Coach Schnettler and just how he does things, how he teaches, how he all of his teams play the right way. They move the ball so well, they play hard, and fun to watch and fun to see this program evolve. And we talked about it. They're good at every level from 4th grade on too. So it's all about building a program, and he's done it.
Good drive. The follow-up wouldn't go either. So some good looks there for South, but no points. Kirkland knocked away from behind by Williams, recovered. Tibbetts, pass too high for Schmidt, able to recover and get the ball and get it back to Tibbetts. Open is Schmidt on the wing and knocks down a 3. First basket tonight for Jake Smith.
Kind of a helter-skelter possession. The ball almost being turned over a couple times. Results in great drive and kick, and Schmidt knocks down a 3.
Hoots gets to the basket, can't finish, out of bounds. So good effort, and he's like, man, I had a chance there, couldn't put it away.
Yeah, and you give Wayzata some credit. They were giving up some size down there, but feisty hands and being physical. And Hoots, I love how Hoots has played. He's played hard tonight. Almost had a nice basket down there. You know, this game's been physical too. I was just going to say, you're seeing a lot of physicality, and they're letting a lot of it go, which I like.
Foul's going to be called here on Ring away from the ball. His second. And only the 4th team foul on South in the second half.
That's number 10, Timmy.
About a Yinbo back in for South. Yerke, Ring on his back, it'll fade away. Wow.
That's 6'9" with that kind of footwork, and then not only do you create space, but then you add the fade into it. There's just not much you can do with that shot.
22 points now for Carter Yerke. Over 7 minutes to go. Larkins with the basketball. Fake Brooklyn, but able to get it to Williams on the pass. Back to Larkins. Jump step in the lane, not good. Yerke rebounds. Quick outlet to Tibbetts. Left wing on the run. Schmidt short and rebounded by Ring. Step back 3, way off the mark there for Jerome Williams. Out of bounds to Wayzata.
Well, he did a nice job. He created some space there. Just, I don't think he got his legs underneath him on that one. Yeah.
Foul on Larkins, holding Tibbetts before he can get to the ball. It's 3 on Larkins. 5 team fouls now in South. The scores table didn't get who the foul was on, although it was clearly on Larkins. You can get the signal, so that's what we're going to hold up here for a moment. As I mentioned, the state tournament for Class 4A starts next Tuesday, a day earlier than usual. They've got to get out of Target Center after that Tuesday to get ready for the women's Final Four the following weekend, but the NCAA needs 10 days at the Target Center, and so that's why it's a day earlier for the 4A tournament to start. But good for these sections that are able to play early in the week. They get a little more rest, a little more practice. Shot not good by Hall, and then a steal by Tibbetts. The South tried to run on Tibbetts. Oh, that little step, but couldn't get the shot to go.
Great little Euro step.
Ring, and then it's intercepted by Rottinghouse. Good defense by Wayzata again. Open 3 look from the corner. Hall couldn't get it to go. And a loose ball on the floor and a late whistle on Hall. I don't think that's the wrong call, but it was a couple seconds after the contact that Spencer Hall gets the foul, and that will be his 5th. He'll fall out on that. You can see him kind of back away from Larkins, like, oh, I didn't mean to touch him, and then we get the whistle.
Yeah, good effort. Had a nice game tonight defensively. I thought too played a big role in defending.
15 points for Spencer Hall tonight.
Yeah, he's a great all-around player. We interviewed him at the end of our game last week. He was just such a complete player, and only a junior too. He's going to have even a bigger year next year.
Larkins to the line for the 1-and-1. Eight points now for Larkins. 6 have come on free throws. Second one also good.
It's physical. They're letting him play.
Williams a little bump on Tibbetts. Bierke to Berkland. And out of bounds. Trying to get it to Harvey, and a turnover by Wayzata.
Well, that's why in football, Harvey's usually the one that does the throwing and Berkland the catching, right?
Harvey will play football. He'll continue his football career next year at Augsburg. A great find for the Augies, and Berkland on to play baseball at the University of Minnesota. 3 from the corner, not good. Bierke had a hand on it and ends up in the hands of Harvey.
Well, did you see the paper today? It showed all the Minnesotans that are playing in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of great talent, girls and boys.
Berkland has it taken away. Steal for Larkins. Goes to the basket. And a hard foul on Berkland, and Larkins will go to the line for 2. 4th foul now on Berkland. Not much time left, but I mean, Wayzata getting certainly into foul trouble here, but there's only 5:25 left.
And you got to like how Damari Larkins has responded here in the second half. Great, good physical defense, deflections, ball pressure. That time gets a steal and gets back. He's made a living at the free throw line tonight.
Drew Berkland, by the way, since I compared him to Cat Town's game last night, has not scored. He had 11 points in the first, 6 minutes, and scored. Played a good game, but he hasn't had any points.
No, but I think that early tone, right? I mean, that was so important.
Yes.
You know, he hit those 3 threes and had that nice drive to the basket. I mean, 11 points quick.
And Ring gets the block. Ball tipped up in the air, and Bierke gets the loose ball. Bierke all the way to the basket, and then Ring comes back to alter the shot. South on the move. Here's Larkins attacking. Off the glass, not good. Ring tipping it up in the air, but over the back of Harvey.
Oh, good box out by Ryan Harvey, but how about Chang Ring right there? Great block. And I almost thought maybe Carter Bierke was going to go for a dunk and maybe just didn't get quite the lift off of his left leg like that, and Ring denies another shot. Playing hard, both teams playing hard. Love the effort.
Timeout on the floor with just under 5 minutes to play here. Go back to 2012, sections changed a little bit. Hopkins winning that year, and then losing in 2013. Hopkins then over Eden Prairie in back-to-back seasons and beat Cooper. That was a terrific section final in 2016. We showed 2017 to you a few minutes ago.
Yep.
Hopkins in 2020 after winning state in 19, and then Wayzata last year over Cooper in the section final.
Yeah, basically what you need to know is it's a lot of Hopkins and a lot of Wayzata.
Right.
2 of the elite programs in the state, and we get to see the rivalry of girls and boys, and we usually cover a couple of their games throughout the year, so a lot of fun.
Wayzata girls will open state tournament, Hopkins girls will open state tournament play Wednesday morning at Williams Arena, the top seed in Class 4A, and the favorite, I would say, definitely to win state after getting beat in the semifinals last year. Berkland fell down, traveled, trying to get the pass off, and slipped.
Yeah, especially with Chaska losing, not being in the state tournament. I think this, you got St. Michael Albertville, a top 8 team in there, but otherwise it's Hopkins tournament to lose on the girls' side this year.
Drive by Williams, not good. And follow up, and Amadayimbo is fouled and go to the line for 2. And will be 5 on Drew Birkland. So he'll foul out with 11 points. And Jake Schmidt in. And Amadayimbo to the line for 2. This one up and good. He is 3 out of 4 from the line tonight. 11 points for the freshman. 1 out of 2, rebounded by Harvey. 4.5 minutes to go. Steal by Williams. Williams and stolen right back. Tibbetts able to get it ahead. There's the dunk for Bjerke.
Yep. That was big, because that could have been a steal and a basket for South. Instead, Tibbetts stays with it, gets the steal, and leads to a big-time dunk.
Williams 3, not good, and Bjerke rebounds. So they can breathe a little bit. Officials timeout. Well, Tibbetts got a little blood or what? That's, I think, what called the whistlers to look at that last play.
You can see the Minneapolis South were calling for a travel there. And you see the Wayzata fans, they love it.
Tibbetts has got to come out. He's going to have his hand looked at, and they'll bring back in Rottinghouse. Four minutes to play. Wayzata's led from the start. Schmidt to Barnett. Out Bjerke. Spins. Another move on Ring. Turnaround shot that didn't go. And Amadayimbo rebounds.
All that jelly, John, and no toast. That was a great move. Little step back spin. Just couldn't quite get it to fall.
Deep 3 for Williams. Too strong and rebounded by Schmidt. Barnett, good defense by Larkins, gets it to Schmidt. Davis right in his face, and now to Bjerke and to Harvey.
Yeah, if I'm Wayzata, I'm patiently just spreading the floor out. If I take some time off the clock, if I can get a layup or an easy look, you take it. Otherwise, content to just have South chase him around.
Fouls on Ring, that's his 4th. And now Wayzata in the bonus, and Schmidt will go to the line for 1-and-1. Officials timeout. And Chewy to go down for Minneapolis South on the baseline to our left. I think that's why the officials stopped. You see medical staff tending to her now. She's up, sitting up. Hopefully just fainting and nothing more than that, but a little scary. You know, they'll just take a break here. More basketball coming your way later this week on CCX. The Section 5 4A Championship is on Thursday night at Rogers High School. Jay Wilcox, Ryan Iverson, and I will be up there for that final game. And then the state tournament we mentioned beginning next Tuesday. State girls basketball on Wednesday. As the young lady is up on her feet, and they're going to help her to be able to sit down in the first row of bleachers. So.
Well, we hope it's a Park Center Osseo final. Then we're guaranteed, assuming Wayzata hangs on here, we're guaranteed 2 of our teams in the state tournament. And 2 good shots at winning it all, I think, too.
Well, Wayzata.
You know, Wayzata certainly is going to be in that top 2 or 3. And if Park Center is able to do it, he'll be the 1 seed. If Osseo were to end up getting there, they'd probably be a top 3 team as well. So.
Jake Schmidt, first free throw attempt tonight, knocks it down. 1 more coming. Got him out. 5 points for Jake Schmidt off the bench. 25-point game with 3 minutes to go. From the free throw line, shot not good and rebounded by Schmidt.
Well, I know Williams has had a tougher night than he normally does, but you can see the talent he's got, his ability to create space and get shots off.
Scramble, but Wayzata keeps possession. Tibbetts back out. Schmidt for 3. Not good. Barnett going for the tip. Couldn't get to it. Here's Larkins. On the run. Little scoop shot, not good, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Larkin's going to end up with, what, 14 free throws, 13 free throws tonight?
Made his last 5 and 6 out of 7 here in the second half. Colin Rottinghouse is his 3rd. And more coming for Larkins. Davis Hayes, 6'6" senior, number 33, into the lineup for the first time tonight for Wayzata. Second one also good. (74-51). Rottinghouse in the front court with 2:20 to go. Harvey to Schmidt. Down to Hay. Whistle and a foul on South. And we'll have a 1-on-1. Theo Smith, 6' senior, number 12 in now for Wayzata. Net missing on the free throw. Yinbo with the rebound. Williams baseline and offensive foul.
How about that? Just freshly into the game, your first action, you stand in there and take a charge. Nicely done by Theo Smith.
A little smile, right?
You see that again. Explosive, quick move, and I'll tell you, anytime someone hangs in the air like that, if you can get underneath it, it's an easy call for the referee. That's why, you know, those jump stops, right? They're boring, but they're really important.
Rottinghouse into the front court. 2 minutes to go. Barnett down low. Schmidt from the corner. Second 3 for him in the second half.
You know, 2 bench players, right? 2 subs, but again, that same motto of giving up a good shot. Miles Barnett had a layup, instead kicks it out to his teammate, and Jake Schmidt knocks down another 3. He's had a nice game tonight. He's got 8 points.
Ring short, rebounded by Barnett. Barnett off to Hay. Another 3 by Schmidt. This one short, fouls his own shot, then gave it to Hay. I don't think was expecting the pass. Turnover Wayzata. Tough shot there, and Barnett gets the block on Yinbo. Wayzata will bring in Jake Birkland, a 5'8" junior. Nick Benega, 5'10" junior.
Yeah, nice block again, Miles Barnett. Fouling without, blocking without fouling.
Ian Norman, 6' junior, Ryan, also into the lineup. And Isaiah Habte, a 6'5" junior, number 34 in. Steele, Larkins up and in.
He's had a heck of a half, hasn't he?
Yes,
He's played hard. He's been a menace defensively.
Steele, his ring, knocked the ball away. Oh, Brenner's over the one-handed dunk, and it goes all the way out of bounds.
I love how he attacks the rim, though. I know he didn't get that one to go, but he's trying to rip that rim down when he goes up for a dunk.
Justin Benjamin in for Minneapolis South here.
I couldn't tell who that was for Wayzata, but he wanted no part of trying to block that. I think that was Ian Norman, and rightfully so, even though it was missed.
Jason Johnson, 5'10", 8th grader, number 3 in for South. Majesty Bray, senior, number 23 in for the Tigers. Drive to the basket and unable to finish. Drew Nipstead, just a sophomore.
Yeah, nice move.
Ball out of bounds, Wayzata basketball. Birkeland off to Benninga. 15 seconds to go. 3-point shot, short, rebound underneath, and going to the line will be Nipstead.
Well, I know we talk a lot about Wayzata offensively putting up 77 points, but you look at Minneapolis South, 62 points against Southwest, 68 against Hopkins tonight at 55. And a lot of that's come here, you know, in the second half when the game's been decided. So I think if the key for Wayzata, John, is they make a state tournament run here, is if they can defend the way they have, they're going to have an ability to win every game and defend their state championship.
The Minneapolis South falls behind early, and Wayzata just right from the start, Ryan, kept the pressure on both ends of the court and never let the Tigers get into it, and they win going away 77-55.
You said it, John. It was the key was the first few minutes. They set the tone. They came out, hit some threes, got some easy layups. Defensively, did not allow South to get a rhythm early on, and before you even blinked, they were up 22-5, and it really set the tone for the rest of the game. So congratulations to the Trojans. You know, it's hard to win a state championship, but once you're at the top, it's harder to stay at the top, and to be able to have another trip back to the state tournament. Congratulations to the Trojans, all the way from the coaches down to the players. Fantastic year.
Carter Bjerke with 24 points to lead Wayzata in scoring tonight. They are now 25-4 in the season. South ends 18-7, their first section final in 19 seasons, and this group stays together. They'll be in at least another section final, if not more.
We'll be doing a couple of their section finals games, I think, in the next couple of years. They got a very, very talented young nucleus and play hard and play the right way. So I have a feeling we'll be seeing them again. Congratulations to them on getting here to the conference championship.
Carter Bjerke, Ryan Harvey among the happy guys here tonight, and yeah, Bjerke, man, he was solid tonight, wasn't he?
Well, he's just that rare guy with size, athletic ability. He can shoot from deep. He can score inside. He's just a tremendously talented player. I don't think he could beat you in horse yet, but I think it would be close.
Any day, right? I'm sure.
Yeah.
Allie Mosley has got one of the winning Trojans players, Ryan Harvey.
Yeah, guys, I've got Ryan here. Ryan, this was the Trojans show really from start to finish. What went into tonight's success?
It's been the whole season preparing for this moment. We've been getting better every single day, and it showed today. I'm really excited. Back-to-back going to the state tournament, super, super rare. I'm really excited about it.
What is it about your defense in these last two games that has just been working so well for you guys?
It's been just a mentally for us, you got to lock in practice, and we take care of it in practice and take care of it in the game.
You guys are really hot this part of the season into sections. You're headed into the state tournament. Where is your team's confidence level?
It's pretty high. We did it last year. We think we can do it again, and if we play like the best every game we think we can do, we'll do it again.
How much fun did you have tonight, Ryan?
It was a blast. I love these guys.
All right, thanks for your time. Guys.
And Coach Stetler talked to Allie, and thanks, Allie, and thanks to Ryan Harvey, about his team being locked in defensively. Those are the exact words that Ryan Harvey used. When they're locked in, they're good. They were solid here tonight, especially early on, and putting South down in a huge hole early, 24-5, that the Tigers, as hard as they played all night, could never fully recover from, and Wayzata wins to go back to state. And these guys have been here before. They have that state tournament experience from a year ago. A really close team, a tight team that's got a chance to do something, I think, next week in Minneapolis. And for South, another growing year. Last year they lost here by 44 points. Tonight, 22 points, but much more competitive game even, I think, than that. And they finish with a record of 18-7 on the season. Still tough to lose when you've got state tournament aspirations for these young men, but a lot still to come at high school level, and I know they've had a lot of success in the AAU level. And Joe Heiser's going to have a good club coming back here in 2023, I believe, as well as competing here in Section 6-4A. South getting their medals, and Joe Heiser will be the last to get the medals. South will get their runner-up trophy, and then Wayzata will get their medals here in a moment.
Again, your runners finishing the season with 18 wins and 7 losses, an outstanding season.
So congratulations to South on a very good season. 18-7 on the year.
Section 6-4A champions, the Wayzata Trojans.
Minneapolis North still competing. They're in Class 2A. They're in the 5-2A final. Got a semifinal win earlier tonight against Providence Academy. They'll play in the Section 5-2A final Friday night at Augsburg. If you look at Wayzata getting their medals, Hayden Tibbetts the first one. He had 11 points tonight. And we saw Wayzata in the first half, and really all night, but share the ball so well, and the scoring was so evenly distributed, and that's not unusual for this club. They've got Bierke's their leading scorer, but 5 starters who are very capable of putting the ball in the hole, and saw guys like Jake Schmidt there. We got a couple of threes off the bench that can score as well. Playing without Jackson McAndrews, late season injury. We'll see if he's able to come back for the state tournament. A big sophomore. Miles Barnett played a lot of minutes here tonight. Didn't score, but did a lot of things well, I thought, for the Trojans. And there's Drew Burkland, last game in this gym here, 11 points all early. That Brian mentioned kind of helped set the tone for this game, and Wayzata to get to where they are right now, which is in the state tournament again here in 2022. No state tournament, of course, 2 years ago. Here's a look at Jackson McAndrew, and Wayzata knocked out of that tournament. Of course, there was no state tourney. They knocked out in the sections, I was saying. But now back-to-back state tournament appearances for the Trojans. And a good accomplishment for this team, even though they had a lot of guys back, including Birkland and Bierke among them, the starters. Lost Camden Heidi, who would have been a senior this year, went off to play at prep school. He'll head to Purdue next year. And some seniors who were valuable members of that state championship team, and still had a good group coming back. And these other guys who didn't get a lot of varsity time a year ago put in some good minutes, put in the hard work, and this is where you end up at the end of the season as section champions for a second straight season. But Wayzata, we'll see what happens with the rest of the sections. Have a chance to be the number 3 state team in the state in the Class 4A rankings right now. As you look at the Trojans getting their section championship, Birkland and Harvey and Bierke out there first to get the trophy, and the rest of the Trojans follow in. I was starting to say Wayzata, the number 3 ranked team, and you figure if there are no upsets, they'll probably be seeded 3rd for the state tournament as well. They'd get an afternoon game on that first day of the state tournament. But more section play still to come before we know all of the champions in Class 4A for this season. We'll get some team shots here, I'm sure, with the trophy. Allie's going to hear from a couple more Trojans here before we leave the air, so we'll stay up here on CCX. Again, the Section 5 championship will come up on Thursday from Rogers High School. We'll have that game on for you at 10 p.m. Thursday night on CCX, on CCX1 and CCXmedia.org. Osseo and Park Center
will play in that section final. Osseo, fairly easy win. Park Center was up just 1 at halftime of their game against Moundsview, but the top-ranked Pirates able to win. And so that should be a great final. Third meeting of the season between Park Center and Osseo coming Thursday night. 7 p.m. is the tip-off at Rogers High School. If you've ever been up to Rogers, it's a terrific venue for section basketball, and you have a chance to watch that in person, please do so. If not, watch it on CCX that night at 10. Happy Wayzata group here to bring home another section championship, even though you know you've got a good chance coming into this game and coming into the season to win it again. You never take it for granted, right? And these guys have worked hard to get to where they are and get back to the state tournament for the second season. Alex Reddy's got a couple of winning Trojans players with her.
Yeah, guys, and a couple seniors at that. We're going to start with Drew here. Drew, this was a very balanced attack by your team. Really, how did you find so much success on both ends of the court, being strong all the way through?
This whole year, we've trusted one another and really built a team-first team. I'm really proud of our guys today, and this past couple games, we've played really well on defense, and that's been a place where we can always grow, and I think we've really taken us to the next level. So I'm really proud of our guys, how we've done there. But I mean, offensively, it's pretty simple. Share the ball, trust one another, and that's when we're successful.
4 of your 5 starters scored double digits tonight. Talk about the depth that you have in this offense.
Yeah. Well, we got 8 or 9 guys that are in a rotation. Not a lot of teams can say that. So, I mean, it's really lucky for us. I mean, we don't have to do it all on our own. And we got 5 starters that can score, and 4 of the 5 on any given night can go up for double digits. But at the same time, we got guys off the bench who can really make an impact as well.
You had 11 points in the first 6 minutes of this game. How fun was that for you?
It was fun. I mean, teammates were getting me the ball. I was letting it fly. It was a lot of fun.
This is your senior year. You just capped off your last home court win of your career. What are the emotions going through you?
I mean, I'm happy right now. I'm really proud of us more than anything. I mean, the job's not done yet. I'm really happy for this team.
Congratulations, Drew. We're going to switch it over to Carter. Carter, it's not often that every game you have a comparable height matchup, but tonight you held Ring to 5 points. Why were you the one to be able to win that battle in the paint tonight?
You know, Ring's a great player. He's a great kid. I think we just, as a team collectively, it wasn't just me, but we all wanted it more. We all came out with more intensity. We've lost in this game plenty of times, and we know how it feels. So we have that fire to keep on going, and we got the leadership to get it done.
When you win a section championship like this by over 20 points, it becomes a statement win. What statement did your team make here tonight?
Well, our statement is that we're coming to repeat. We're going to win another state championship this year.
This was also your final home game here at Wayzata. When you think back to your career and you think of what you just did by punching another ticket to the state tournament, what are some things that go through your mind?
You know, it's just excitement, but like Drew said, the job isn't finished yet. We're content with this win, but all we have a common goal of winning a state championship. Until that's done, we won't celebrate, and we'll keep working hard for that.
How much fun was it here tonight to be able to have such a great performance personally, but then be surrounded by all of your fans as well?
Oh, it was awesome. We had a great atmosphere out tonight. A lot of students came and supported us, and a lot of fans. But the more the fans, the better we play. So the more people we get coming to these games, the better we'll keep playing.
Good luck at state, Carter.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thanks to Carter Bierke and Drew Birkland for their great performances tonight and on to the state tournament. I think as you look at Allie Mosley, we're going to mention Allie and her husband Kyle there. This is Allie's last telecast of the winter season. But she and Kyle are expecting a child at the end of June. And there it is. Look at it. One's a Bears fan, one's a Vikings fan. Now, if that child rebels and becomes a Packers fan, both parents will be miserable. But we wish Allie and Kyle the best in those last few months before. And this should be back for football season in the fall. So win-win for CCX and for the Mosleys. Congratulations to them. And congratulations to Wayzata. You can see kind of a muted celebration. Happy for tonight, but they've got bigger things ahead in their plans next week. They win Section 6-4A again and on to the state tournament where they'll try to defend their Class 4A title. That'll do it for our telecast tonight. For Ryan Iverson, Allie Mosley, and all of our great crew, thanks so much for watching. I'm John Jacobson. Final score again tonight in the Section 6 championship. Wayzata over Minneapolis South, 77-55.